How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the all-time Detroit Tigers team build. I participated in a sub-tournament brought to you by Big Ol' Buck over the weekend, and I wanted to include some highlights in a video with this all-time Tigers team. We are going up against the all-time Angels squad, and Angels fan has a very good team. Mike Trout, Garrett Anderson, Eddie Murray. He also has the finest version of Shohei Ohtani. He has Andrelton Simmons in the leadoff spot, and he's kind of bounced around diamond, gold, live series card, stuff like that. But he does get a base hit off of Hal Newhouser to start this one off. So not the best way to start the game. Hal Newhouser does not have the best control in the game, but we get kind of lucky with this one. Kind of a hanging changeup over the middle of the plate, and Mike Trout hits it right to center field. Ty Cobb is able to get there and make the play. So trying to settle down with the starting pitching with this Tigers team. We give up a 2-run shot, and it's not looking good. I mean, early on in the game, we want to try to avoid giving up as many runs as possible, obviously, but especially with this Tigers team build. We have a terrible bullpen. If you guys saw the previous video, we have a horrible bullpen for this tournament. And if you saw the last video, we were using the Diamond Troy Percival. He will not be allowed in this tournament simply because he does not meet the inning requirement for the Detroit Tigers. He will be used for this Angels team, but I had to take him out. I went with Francisco Liriano instead, who's just a bronze lefty. We actually have 5 lefties in the bullpen for this tournament. But luckily with 2 down, we tie the game up. Miguel Cabrera, the signature series version of Miguel Cabrera. This card is very good. I was surprised. I didn't think I would do that well with him simply because he has the one-handed swing from the right side. But so far, he has been pretty good for me. Here, Eugenio Suarez, another amazing hitter brought up with the Tigers. He now plays for the Reds, but definitely a good player, and I'm happy that I could use him for this team build. But so far, we get the lead back 3-2 in the bottom of the second, and we're able to settle down a little bit with that Hal Newhouser. This hit right here with Ian Kinsler should never be a hit. The PCI was not even close to being on the ball. I was way under it, as you can see here. That is the feedback, the good weak feedback, but it does lead to a 2-run shot from Pudge. That was a good squared up hit, and sometimes that's the way the game can go. If you get lucky with a late base knock or a good weak hit, then it usually sets up a home run opportunity. But after a walk from the pitcher, we go ahead and smack a double into the gap with Al Kaline. I also picked up this Al Kaline for about 35K stubs. I talked about it in my previous upload using this Tigers team build, and he has performed really well for me. There we got thrown out at the plate with 43 speed Hal Newhouser, and then Luis Gonzalez hits a home run. I struggled with that card a little bit. That's the first big hit with him on this team, and I put him in the lineup specifically for this game. I was struggling a little bit with Torrey Hunter, and that's who the other outfielder option, as well as the signature series Justin Upton. The Tigers do have a lot of good position players, but the pitching is really the downfall of their team. That's what's been the downfall of their entire organization in my lifetime for the most part. But right here, Eddie Matthews makes a diving stop. Eddie Matthews did play in the postseason for the Tigers. The first time I did this Tigers build, I went up against a top 50 player, and I didn't even really think about Eddie Matthews in his postseason and his late career, 38, 39-year-old season, and he did play for the Tigers. So I put him at third base. I felt like I needed an extra lefty bat, and it paid off for me. He's a pretty good third baseman as well. But Pudge, 2-homer game right here, sends one the opposite field for a 3-run shot. That makes it a 10-3 ball game. And Angels fan is a very good player. He was getting unlucky at times in this game. He had a lot of line drives to my center fielder, Ty Cobb. He had a lot of good hits. They just did not fall. There he gets a base hit up the middle, sets up Ian Kinsler. And I mean, another little bit of a late swing, but his Ian Kinsler got a very similar hit result as mine did. So kind of interesting there. I know he is using the special edition diamond version instead of the signature series, but that Ian Kinsler card is still very good. He does have a really nice swing. Now we have Andrelton Simmons up, and luckily hits it to the third baseman with 37 speed over there at third. He's unable to score that run. So we get that out. That's a big out. I mean, middle of the ball game, 7-run lead is good, but at the same time, one swing of the bat makes this a ball game. We got the strikeout looking there against Mike Trout. That was an accidental dot on the outside corner, and now we're looking to expand the lead. We have Al Kaline leading it off right here, facing the Troy Percival. And that's the thing about this card is he has really good per nines, good hits and Ks per 9, but his control is a little bit skeptical sometimes. You never know where he's going to throw the ball. Very similar to this Hal Newhouser. And so far, so good. He's been pitching pretty well for me. Gave up those early runs, but kind of settled down. Got lucky at the same time. I mean, that last hit was well squared up and just didn't result in a hit. This one, very similar type of thing. I thought Luis Gonzalez might have a chance to get there. He does make an error on the play. I'm not sure if it counted as an error, but I thought that he had a chance to make that play. If I have Torrey Hunter out there in left field, he definitely makes that play. And as we move later on in the game, I might go ahead and make that defensive substitution. But I mean, a little bit too late. Mike Trout smacks a double into the gap. Torrey Hunter might have been able to make a play on that, but that was a well-hit ball. Makes it an 11-4 ball game. We brought in Torrey Hunter off the bench in that spot right after that play. I figured, you know what, Luis Gonzalez has got to go. We got a pretty good lead. Torrey Hunter leads off the next inning with a double. So not a bad way to start the inning off. 85 speed on second base. We have Eugenio Suarez up, who already has a home run in the game. And there he sends out another one. That's going to be his second one of the ball game. A 2-run shot on a fastball inside. That was a no-doubter. I really like that card simply because he does have very similar swing to this Ian Kinsler. We drew a walk with Eddie Matthews, and now we have a chance to win the game on a 10-run mercy rule here in the very first game of the tournament. Great game to Angels fan. He definitely could have scored a lot more runs. We'll go ahead and hop in to this second game. We're going up against Ace Cannon. So I believe if we are able to win this entire tournament, then we would have to play about 5 games or so, and it is single elimination. So 9-inning games here, and this time we're going up against the all-time Toronto Blue Jays team. And this squad is very good. This squad has very good pitching, has very good position players as well. A lot of options to choose from. And here we get a base hit, a double, a leadoff double from Torrey Hunter. I put him back in the lineup, hit pretty well with him in the last game in that one at-bat. I felt like Luis Gonzalez was good, but I didn't really want to use him in this one in the outfield. And good thing, too, because we're playing at a little bit of a larger outfield. Shippett has a little bit of a smaller dimensions. This one has a little bit more room out there, so probably a better decision. But we get him to third base. We get the sac fly, and I realized about halfway I'm going to get thrown out at the plate. There is no chance I could score on that. So we do have 2 down. We have Miguel Cabrera up at the plate, who came up clutch for us in the last game. Here he does it again with a late base hit the other way. So I was expecting a pitch on the inside half. I didn't quite get the PCI all the way to it, but we do get rewarded with a late base hit, an RBI single. So here the opponent gets something going here. Ace Cannon has Bo Bichette leading off. He starts the inning off with a single. We have the Matt Boyd, finest version from the Detroit Tigers, on the mound. This card has pretty good pitches, but he doesn't really have the best home run per 9. I know that doesn't really matter in ranked seasons, but I'm unsure if that has any effect in friendly games. So that's how this tournament is played. With friendlies, I know that there's going to be wind. Here we got a back pick play at second base. He just rounded the base a little bit too much. I do that all the time, and ended up costing him possibly this inning. I mean, that swing right there, depending on with the clutch attribute activated, you never know what could have happened. He still has a chance here. Joey Bats is up at the plate, and he is a big-time threat against lefties. We hang a curveball, and luckily he pops it up. Did not send that one for a no-doubt home run. That would have been a 2-run shot, would have gave him the lead. But now we have an opportunity to kind of expand the lead ourselves. We got on base with Torrey Hunter. We have Ty Cobb up at the plate, and I got on top of that one. A sinker over the middle. I swung over top of it, grounded out into a double play. And you don't really see that too often with Ty Cobb. At 98 speed, he won't really ground into too many double plays. But that one was just hit perfectly right to the second baseman. Ian Kinsler probably should have started off that inning with the base knock, but Al Kaline robs him with the diamond fielding. This guy, Ace Cannon, was definitely hitting the ball well, man. I mean, he had a couple good base knocks. He was hitting the ball well. I got lucky on a couple pitches so far throughout this game. He definitely could have had, a home run or 2. But Eugenio Suarez has been amazing with this Tigers team. He's really stepped up in some big situations. Hits another solo shot there. So 2 homers in the first game, another one right there, and we move up 2-0. This one could have easily been launched, and I thought it was with Josh Donaldson, but we do get lucky once again. Now we're facing Jose Bautista, so he does have some threats in the middle of his lineup here. The 3 and 4 hitters are amazing against lefties, and that's who we have on the mound. So Jose Bautista hits one through the shift there the other way. That's definitely a solid hit. Now he has the Sean Green up, the signature series Sean Green, fairly new card, and get lucky there with the ground ball, but Ian Kinsler misses it completely. So I missed the spot with the pitch. He hits it to the second baseman. Ian Kinsler's been locked down for me at second base, but that time he did not make the play. So Luckily, it didn't cost us any runs. Pudge is leading off this next inning with a double, and it kind of misplaced it out there. Don't really know what happened. Didn't quite throw it in right away, so we move up to third base. That's going to be huge. We got a walk with the pitcher, so kind of pitched around the pitcher. I don't think he was necessarily trying to, but A.J. Burnett can also have some iffy control at certain times in the game. But we hit into a double play once again, but it does score the run. At this point in the game, I'll definitely trade 2 outs for a run. I'm just lucky that he didn't throw that last play to home plate. I'm lucky he didn't throw the ball to home and get Pudge running when he just took off for no reason. But anyway, he starts the next inning off with a double. We'll move forward into the bottom of the 9th inning simply because there wasn't too much action. He did have a lot of chances with runners in scoring position, but just didn't get that big hit. Ace Cannon was like 0 for 10 or something with runners in scoring position. I have been there a million times. I've played games where it felt like I couldn't get anything going with guys on base. Just had a tough time stringing hits together. But Matt Boyd is the player of the game, and we won the first 2 games of that tournament. I will have some more highlights uploaded in the next day or so, but I appreciate everybody watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I'm College Lefty. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.